Happy Friday and welcome to the weekly recap. This is episode 83 special. How you doing today, Maddie?
Well, I'm great actually, Rick. It was such an amazing week here at Veeam TechExpo 2022 in Austin, Texas. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's hot outside. We had some fun with, we recorded a tricky video. You'll see that next week, especially the people in Australia, New Zealand. But main focus was, product information, best practices. We added a bumper day here talking to a partner here in the US, and man, it was great. We had all the technical people worldwide together. It was, this is your first Tech Expo. I mean, what'd you think of the content?
Yeah, I'm honestly really so grateful to be here, and I learned so much throughout the conference, and I had the opportunity to meet amazing people, and that's my favorite thing, meeting people, networking, and creating connections. So I would also like to thank to our events team, and a special shout out to Aubrey.
Yeah.
Who else should we mention?
Ooh, there's so many to mention. The events team is great. We have this training team that did a good job. We had presenters. You presented, I presented. We had a lot of different resources there. Got to meet Milder for the first time.
Yes.
Veeam Legend turned Veeam Product Management. So the community was even represented here today at this event over the last few days. So good stuff. And but you know what? The special is that we're recording live with the camera. So a big shout out to Kirsten.
Woo-hoo. Hey everyone.
Yeah, she's working the OBS record for us, and I appreciate that. We full, first class production quality here. We got like high end equipment holding up the cameras and everything. So we are no, it's our luggage holding it up. So we do what we can. But no, big thanks to Kirsten helping us on the operation.
But you know what, Rick? The community was really active while we were here at Tech Expo, and there was some great content created, so it's time to talk about that.
Indeed. So let's switch on over to the screen share, and Kirsten give me a thumbs up as she did that it's over. So now we're looking at the screen, and I'm going to pull my mouse over. Maybe. My mouse isn't working, but anyways, there it is. So let's start first with Luca Andrea's post, Link State, about Veeam Backup and Replication, Veeam Cloud Connect, storage, migration data backup into seal mode. So this is pretty cool. So seal mode by definition, and by the way, this is for the service provider, and this is one of the things that caught me, Maddie, is that seal mode is a great way to have a piece of backup storage, let's just say expire, go out of life. Maybe it's off of lease, or it's too old, or you want to replace it. You've had it with that vendor, but this is a great way for the scale out backup repository to kind of like let something age out. But LinkState walks us through it. This is great.
Yeah, and you know what I like the most about it? It's like he took the information from the Veeam Help Center, and then he twisted it, and he just made some really good screenshots, and it's an awesome post. Basically, he gives even more information that we have in the Help Center.
Yeah, and he walks you through how it's going to behave too,
Exactly.
which I think is really important. So thank you so much for sharing LinkState. All right, number 2 on the list is from Tommy Armando, which I think Tommy might be the first time we've featured him on the recap.
Exactly, it is. Welcome, Tommy, and great to have you in the recap.
Yeah, so he's talking about tape, backup to tape strategy. He's wanting some advice here. It's a question. It's not really a blog or a content. He's wanting some advice. We have a lot of good responses here. And no joke, Maddie, with the meeting we just left, we talked about tape in the ransomware story. This particular partner, it's really central. It has a great revival to their practice, right? So tape, long live tape. Tape is not dead.
Yeah, I really love that the community is so responsive to it. Look how many of them responded and helped Tommy with that. So
yeah,
good job in here.
Big shout out right here, the one we're looking at, D Domask, Double D, that's David Domask, one of our customer success managers in the support org, by the way. He's creeping up, becoming active in the community. Thank you, Double D. And he always snickers when I give him that nickname, but big welcome here as well. He does a great job helping out the social media team with responses as well. Anyways, if you have a tape story, share it here as well. Thank you for the question, Tommy. Oh, here we go. Now, by the way, for any of you counting tabs, we're not officially breaking the rule. This is our third thing to share, but a big shout to Michael Paul talking about the Veeam backup for Microsoft Azure appliance with the repository has a backup failure.
Yeah, it seems like Michael had some fun as well with the Microsoft Azure and the repository, and he's just talking about the fact that he forgot to add an important rule to it, and he got the status 403 error for that. So yeah, that's a pretty good tip for everyone in the community.
I love it when something doesn't go as expected and the fix is easy, right? And a resource like this is a good way to do it. In fact, I remember when I did my Veeam backup for Microsoft Azure session at Veeam On, I used a completely new account and I had to set up Service Bus, which I'd never done before.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, there's an error. So I put it into my content, my recorded demo session. But again, it just is hopefully something that's pretty easy to find. So this is a good walkthrough. Thank you so much for Michael Paul sharing this. But we're going to transition over to special department news.
Let's do that.
Again with Michael. But Maddie, what do you want to talk about on this one?
Well, actually, I think this is such a great opportunity for whoever wants to become a legend and whoever wants to have more information on the program. I don't know actually if this is like breaking the rule or not. Do you think it's breaking the rule?
No, it's special department. I don't think it's
Okay.
breaking the rule because
Okay.
we're right about to go into August, and next month or maybe it's even next week, we have a long working session where we're going to kick off that second intake. So the Legends class is right around the corner. So Michael's almost taken the news line from us here.
Exactly. He's giving so many details on the program. He's answering the question, what is the Veeam Legend program and how to become a Veeam Legend, as well as giving some really good links to other resources. So yeah, that's really amazing. I think he's probably have more information in here than we're going to give away.
Well,
So
that's the whole.
amazing.
This is the whole spirit of community. It's self-serving, and Michael Paul is just truly an outstanding community member, both Vanguard and Legend status. And actually, that's a kind of an interesting point. We had the Veeam 100 topic come up in some of our presentations this week. We talked about community programs, the Vanguards, the Legends, and the Veeam MVPs. Great interaction there, and Michael's doing a great narrative there. So thank you for doing our news work for us, Michael. It's not quite breaking the
Thank
rules.
you, Michael.
And then I have a special department news coming up for later today. Today, the 29th of July, did you know, is Sysadmin Day. It's a thing. It truly is.
I didn't know about that. Well, how about telling us more about it?
Oh, it's
Rick?
just simple appreciation for the system administrators in the world. And, even with clouds and, laser beams and fancy storage, we still have system administrators in the mix. And so I'm going to be joined by one of the Vanguards, Segi Brody, who's going to talk about his experience with system administration. And I put a challenge out to the community. It's like, what's your best sysadmin story?
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And the best one I'm going to share on the stream. I'm going to quote and give you a shout out. We've promoted it heavily, should have good viewership. Michael, of course, Michael has one. Michael Paul has
I
one.
think we should actually invite in our recap the person that has the best story.
There we
What do you
go.
think?
I think you'll earn a seat, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Marco Fabri representing. We've got Christian there with Christian Eversole with something as well. So we'll see what comes in. We also had some good angles on Twitter. That event later today will be live streamed on LinkedIn, but actually quadcasted LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and it will live forever on in YouTube as well. So this should be good stuff.
I'm
So
looking forward to watch it.
indeed, indeed. So right now I'm going to ask Kirsten to take the mouse. There it goes, and move it back over to OBS and take that feed camera. This is high-end production, self-produced. And we're back. So awesome. Thank you for that, Kirsten. But
you.
no, it's a busy week, and the whole group's going to be traveling back here soon. But hope everyone has a great week. Thank you so much, Maddie.
My pleasure as always, Rick.
Yeah, she does all the work, everyone, just for the record. She picks them out. I picked one out. She's like, no, not that one, not today. So awesome. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good weekend.